Today is January 2. School isn't fully back yet, but my mind already is. I woke up before the alarm and listened to the house. It was quiet in that winter way, like everything is wrapped. Snow is still on the street, not fresh, just waiting. I made a plan for the day and kept it small. Review notes, fix mistakes, write one clean page. I'm learning that a small plan is easier to finish. In the afternoon, I sat at my desk and started. The first 10 minutes felt heavy. Then the loop of studying began to carry me. I wrote in the margin, start slow, stay steady. That sentence felt like a hand on my shoulder. January 3, today is January 3, Saturday. The day felt open and that made me nervous. When time is too open, my thoughts spill everywhere. So I built a schedule for myself, not strict, just guiding. I set a timer and worked in blocks. When my focus broke, I didn't punish it, I reset it like resetting a song. Snow fell again around evening, not a storm, just quiet flakes. I drank something warm and reread an essay I wrote. It wasn't perfect, but it was clearer than last month. I took that as progress. I went to bed early because rest is also preparation. January 4, today is January 4. Sunday, I woke up with a tight chest for no reason. Maybe it's the new year, maybe it's the same old pressure wearing a new coat. I cleaned my desk slowly, I lined up pens. I stacked books, order calms me even when I don't admit it. I studied language first because it feels softer. Words don't judge, they just wait to be remembered. Later I did math, I got stuck and stared at the same problem. I almost cried, then I exhaled and tried again. I didn't solve it right away, but I understood one step is still movement. At night I wrote, even small understanding is real. January 5, today is January 5. The morning air felt sharper, I wore gloves and still felt cold. At the bus stop, snow on the ground looked gray in places, like winter is getting tired too. I met a friend and we talked about school. We joked for a minute, then the conversation turned serious without warning. We both pretended we weren't scared. At home I studied with the lamp close. I listened to soft music and kept my phone far away. I wrote flashcards and tested myself. When I got something wrong, I corrected it calmly. I'm trying to stop treating mistakes like proof of failure. Before sleep I wrote one line, mistakes are instructions. January 6, today is January 6. I woke up tired, but I moved anyway. I packed my bag like a habit. Notebook, pencil case, water, charger, patience. School felt loud compared to vacation days. Chairs scraping, lockers closing, voices bouncing. I kept my head down and my focus small. In class I took notes even when I didn't feel ready. Sometimes effort is just showing up. After school the snow started again. It made the street lights glow soft and warm. I walked home thinking of my goals, not the big ones, just today's finish. The review, fixed 3 mistakes, sleep before midnight. At night I finished what I could. I didn't finish everything, but I finished enough to feel steady. January 7, today is January 7. The week is moving, my body feels heavy, but my routine feels stronger. In the morning I did vocab on the bus. The words look familiar now, like faces I've seen before. In class I answered one question, my voice was quiet. My hands shook a little, but I answered anyway. After dinner I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning, no extra drama, just honest lines. Snow fell outside and made the world feel softer. I kept studying until my eyes burned a little. Then I stopped, because stopping at the right time is also discipline. I wrote, be kind but don't quit. January 8, today is January 8. I felt pressure early, the kind that sits in your stomach like a stone. I didn't want it there, but I carried it. At school we had a short test. I made a small mistake on an easy question. It annoyed me more than it should. I breathed in and told myself, don't spiral. I wrote it on the corner of my paper. It helped. In the afternoon I reviewed that mistake. First I fixed it, then I moved on. I'm learning that control is quiet, not loud. At night snow fell again. I watched for 10 seconds, then I returned to my notes. moment of confidence today. Not the kind you brag about, the kind you feel alone when I realize you won just lyrics on tune. I studied at the school, I finished a cert and what debate up the talk dates did not ever feel here at home. I'd eat, cry, we in winter to my dress. The went porn to page, the wind was still so water kept pouring out the slow tune. You flip it out, keep going, query every breath. Today is January 10, Saturday. Snow was already on the ground when I opened the curtains. Like the night had been working while I slept. I stayed in bed for an extra minute, then told myself to get up gently, not dramatically. I made a simple plan, one mock section, one review chapter, one page of writing. I keep learning that one is powerful. It keeps the day from turning into fear. In the afternoon I sat at my desk and started the first. Problems felt slow, my brain needed warm up like a small engine. After a while the rhythm returned, pencil on paper, page turning, breathing. I wrote, don't rush the beginning. Then I kept going. At night I felt tired, but not hopeless at her. January 11. Today is January 11. Sunday, the house was quiet, but my mind wasn't. I kept thinking about the week ahead like it was already standing in front of me. I cleaned my desk to calm down. I wiped the stacked books, lined up pens. Order makes me feel less alone. It's strange, but it works. I studied reading passages today. Some sentences felt heavy, like they wanted more attention than I had. I reread them anyway, 3 times, 4 times. I didn't give up and I didn't pretend it was easy. In the evening, snow started falling again. I watched it for a few seconds, then I returned to my notes. I wrote, repetition is not failure, it's practice. January 12, today is January 12. Monday, the bus was crowded and warm. People's coats brush against mine, and I try to keep my thoughts quiet. At school, the hallway felt loud. Lockers, laughter, footsteps. I held my notebook close like it was a small shield. In class, I took notes fast. My handwriting got messy, but the idea stayed. During lunch, I smiled, but my mind kept solving problems in the background. After dinner, I reviewed mistakes. I fixed 2 that I made last week. It felt small, but it felt like I moved forward. Snow outside made the night softer. I studied until my eyes felt dry, then stopped before I broke my focus. January 13. Today is January 13. Tuesday, I woke up with a tired body and a busy mind. I washed my face with cold water to feel awake quickly. We had a short quiz, my heart sped up and settled when I started writing. I didn't get everything right, but I stayed calm, that felt like a win. After school I went straight home. I didn't scroll, I didn't wander. I sat down and started math first, then vocab, then writing practice. The order matters, it made makes the day feel controlled. At night I wrote, be strict with the work, soft with the heart. January 14, today is January 14, Wednesday. Weeks already tired, today I'm still tired, but I feel more stable. In class I understood a concept that used to confuse me. It happened quiet and no celebration, just a small click in my mind. I wanted to tell someone, but I kept it private, like a secret pocket of compass. After dinner I practiced essays, short paragraphs, clean structure, simple words. I tried to sound calm on the page, even when I didn't feel calm inside. Snow fell late, streetlights glowed through it. I studied with the lamp low and the music even lower. January 15, January 15, January 15. Today is January 15, Thursday. My shoulders felt tight all day, like I was carrying a backpack of thoughts. I kept breathing slowly so I wouldn't panic in the middle of class. During drink break, checked my planner. I didn't add new goals, I just confirmed the old ones. Consistency is enough. I'm learning that. After school I stayed in the library. The air smelled like paper and quiet. People turned pages like whispers. I solved problems without looking up. When I got stuck I wrote, pause then proceed. It helped more than I expected. At home I reviewed again. Snow outside looked thicker, like the city was being covered gently. January 13, today is January 15, Friday. The week felt heavy, but I carried it anyway. We had practice questions in class. I made fewer mistakes than before. I didn't smile too big, but I felt warmer inside. After school I walked home in cold air. Snowflakes landed on my hair, they melted fast. I thought about how effort is like that too. You don't always see it, but it changes you. January changing, January changing. At night I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off. Short breaks, no phone. I watch my focus like a candle flame, trying to protect it from wind. Before sleep I wrote, I did enough today. Tomorrow I continue. January 13, January 7, Saturday I woke up and förgihen. Men över det hade större vad worries fell, but it's familiar. I mean that being streamers fiction back beyond it. You're not the whole unit that shattered or something. I try to get my gun. In the afternoon I fought my focus, improve, wait the side train, find him over your spirit. I know by history I couldn't be a slave to be offended like I want to in my head. Today is January 20, Monday. The morning air felt sharp, like it wanted to wake me up quickly. I pulled my scarf higher and walked faster to the bus stop. Snow from last night stayed on the sidewalk in thin layers, like the city was holding its breath. On the bus I reviewed vocab quietly. I mouthed the words without sound. I don't want attention, I want progress. At school the hallway was loud again. Shoes, voices, lockers. I kept my eyes forward and my thoughts small. One class at a time, one page at a time. After dinner I sat down immediately. If I wait too long my mind starts bargaining. So I start before excuses arrive. I wrote start first, feel later. Then I study. January 20, today is January 20, January 20. woke up tired, like my body life was still in yesterday, but I moved anyway. I washed my face with cold water and let the chill reset me. We had practice questions in class. I missed an easy one. It annoyed me more than it should. I felt the familiar urge to spiral, but I stopped and wrote a note. Correct it, don't punish it. That helped. After school, I went home and reviewed the mistake. I understood why I missed it. That small understanding felt like a light turning on. Snow fell again in the evening. I studied with the music low. The loop kept me steady. I didn't need motivation, I needed rhythm. January 20. Today is January 21. And Wednesday, the week is moving. Sometimes I feel like I'm chasing it. Sometimes I feel like I'm riding it. Today I was somewhere in the middle. In class I took notes, slowly and neatly. Neat notes make my mind feel neat. During lunch my friends talked about random things. I laughed, but softly my thoughts kept returning to what I need to review. At home I wrote an essay draft, not beautiful, just clear. I'm trying to write like I study, simple, steady, honest. Before bed I checked tomorrow's plan. I kept it small on purpose. I wrote small plan, big piece. January 22. Today is January 22, Thursday. I felt pressure in my chest in the morning, like a stone that doesn't move. I carried it anyway. At school the teacher said don't rush the easy parts. I wrote it in bold, I always rush the easy parts. That's how I make careless mistakes. After school I stayed in the library. The air smelled like paper and quiet effort. I solved problems slowly. When I got stuck I didn't move my pencil. I just breathed until the panic faded. Then I tried again. Snow outside made the windows look foggy. The world felt distant inside. Everything was simple. Desk page time. January 22. Today is January 22, Thursday. I felt pressure in my chest in the morning, like a stone that doesn't move. I carried it anyway. At school the teacher said don't rush the easy parts. I wrote it in bold, I always rush the easy parts. That's how I make careless mistakes. After school I stayed in the library. The air smelled like paper and quiet effort. I solved problems slowly. When I got stuck I didn't move my pencil. I just breathed until the panic faded. Then I tried again. Snow outside made the windows look foggy. The world felt distant inside. Everything was simple. Desk page time. January 20. Today is January 23. Friday. The week felt long, but I made it. I like the feeling of reaching Friday. Not because it means freedom, but because it proves I can keep going. We had a short quiz. I didn't do perfect, but I did better than last time. I wanted to celebrate, but I kept it quiet. I'm afraid of getting too hopeful. Hope can feel heavy. After school I walked home in cold air. Snowflakes landed on my sleeves and melted. I thought about effort. It's invisible sometimes, but it changes your shape. At night I studied in blocks. Timer on, timer off. Short breaks, no phone, just the loop and the page. I wrote quiet work is still work. January 20. Today is January 24, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. carefully. The chairs were warm from heaters, the tables were clean. The atmosphere felt serious, like everyone was holding the same goal. I did a mock section halfway through, my heart sped up. I wanted to skip questions, instead I slowed down and read carefully. I finished without rushing the last page that felt like a victory. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes. I didn't rush the review, I didn't pretend it was easy. I wrote explanations in simple words, like teaching a younger version of myself. Snow started falling again after sunset. The cafe window showed the streetlights glowing. I stayed a little longer than planned and went home with a calm mind. January 25, today is January 25th, Sunday. The day felt softer, but I didn't let it disappear. I cleaned my desk and reorganized my notes, tabs, headings, dates. It makes my effort feel real. It makes the month feel like a story I'm writing, not just time passing. I studied reading passages today. My eyes got tired, I rested them for 1 minute, then returned. I'm learning that rest can be short and intentional, not an escape. Today is January 28th, Wednesday. The morning felt quiet, but my mind was already running. I put on my uniform and checked my bag twice. Notebook, pens, charger, water. I always pack like I'm preparing for something bigger than a day. On the way to school, snow was falling lightly again. It didn't feel dramatic, it felt steady. I tried to borrow that steadiness. In class, I kept my notes neat. Neat notes make me feel like I have control. During lunch, I ate quickly and reviewed vocab. I didn't talk much. My friends joked around and I smiled, but my mind stayed on the next question, the next page. After dinner, I started studying right away. If I sit too long, I lose the thread. So I begin before I overthink. I wrote, begin before fear speaks. Then I moved. January 29th. Today is January 29th, Thursday. I woke up tired, but I didn't negotiate. I got up, washed my face, and started the day. Some days discipline is just moving without conversation. At school we had practice questions again. I made one careless mistake. I noticed it quickly and corrected it. That felt like a small upgrade in my brain. After school I stayed a little later to ask a teacher something. My voice was quiet, but I asked anyway. I'm learning that asking is also a kind of strength. At night I studied in blocks. Timer on, timer off, short breaks where I stare at the wall, not the phone. Snow outside kept falling like a slow rhythm. I let that rhythm guide my breathing. I wrote, quiet questions are still brave. Today at 8:30, Friday. The week felt like a long hallway, but I reached the end. In class I understood something faster than before. It wasn't a miracle, it was repetition finally paying back. I wanted to tell someone, but I kept it in my pocket like a secret warmth. After school I went straight home. I didn't stop at convenience stores. I didn't waste time. I sat at my desk and reviewed one chapter, one set, one page of writing. Simple, steady work. In the evening, snow got heavier. The streetlights looked softer through it. I studied with the lamp low and the music lower. I wrote, let the snow be the noise. January 31. Today, February 1. Sunny day, a new month. Snow was still on the ground like winter didn't care about calendars. I clean my desk first. I like starting months with a clean surface. It makes me feel like I can start clean too. I studied slower today. I reread the same passage again and again. Instead of blaming myself, I accepted that slow reading is still reading. In the evening, my family talked in the other room. I stayed with my book. The music loop stayed soft. Snow tapped lightly on the window. I wrote, slow is still forward. February 2. February 2, Monday, school again. The hallway noise came back, but I carried my calm like a small shield. We had a short quiz. I made fewer mistakes than last week. Not perfect, just fewer. I'm learning to respect fewer. After school I reviewed vocab on the bus. I used the ride like study time. When I got home I started immediately. No phone, no wandering, just the desk and the page. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning, no extra drama. I wrote, clear is my comfort. February 3, Tuesday. I woke up with heavy eyes, but routine helped me. Routine doesn't promise anything, it just helps me stay upright. In class, I answered one question out loud. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. That felt important. After school, I stayed in the library. The air was warm, pages turned softly. I solved problems one by one. When I got stuck, I breathed until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. Snow outside made the windows foggy. Inside, everything was simple. Desk, pen, time. I wrote simple work, steady heart, believe what. January 31, full and stay. The week is my own again. Sometimes I'll feel good how, but today you're the peasant. I don't is the scarfman. Logically, Monaco is thirst. The real panic aroused later than Today is February 5, Thursday. I woke up before my alarm and stayed still for a moment, listening to the quiet inside the house. Snow wasn't falling this second, but the air still looked like winter. On the bus I reviewed vocab with my finger tracing the lines. The window fogged up when I exhaled. I wrote one word on my notes, steady. I wanted that word to be my mood. At school the day moved fast, classes, notes, quick questions. I kept my head down and my focus small. One lecture, one page, one step. After dinner I started studying right away. I'm learning that starting is half of discipline. I wrote, start before you feel ready. Then I did the work. February 6th. Today is February 6th, Friday. I felt pressure in my stomach all morning, like something was coming, even though it was just another school day. We had a practice test in class, my hands got cold. I made one careless mistake, then caught it and fixed it. It felt like a quiet win. After school I walked home in cold air. The sky looked pale, snow was sitting on rooftops like soft icing. At home I reviewed my mistakes slowly. I didn't rush the explanation, I didn't rush my breathing, I didn't rush my breathing. At night I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off. Short breaks where I stare at the wall, not my phone. I wrote, calm is a skill. February 7th. Today is February 7th, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. The chairs were warm from heaters. The room smelled like coffee and focus. Everyone looked serious, like we were all carrying the same invisible bag. I did a full mock section. Halfway through my heart sped up. I wanted to hurry and escape the hard questions, but I stayed, I slowed down, I read carefully. I finished without panic. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching someone else. That makes my brain gentler. Snow started falling in the evening, quietly, like background music. I went home feeling tired, but clean inside. February 8th. Today is February 8th, Sunday. Snow was falling when I opened the curtains. It made the street look softer. I wanted to stay in bed, but I didn't want regret later. I cleaned my desk first. I like the feeling of a clear surface. It makes my mind feel less crowded. I studied reading passages today. Some sentences felt heavy. I reread them anyway. I wrote, slow is not wrong. Then I kept going. In the evening my family talked in the other room. I stayed with my notebook. The music loop stayed low. Snow tapped lightly on the window. I wrote, quiet work, quiet life. February 9th. Today is February 9th, Monday. The hallway noise came back. Lockers, laughter, footsteps. I carried my calm like a small shield. In class I took notes carefully. Neat notes keep me steady. During lunch I reviewed vocab again. My friends joked around. I smiled, but my mind stayed on the page. After school I went straight home. I didn't scroll, I didn't wander. I sat down and started math first, then writing practice, then review. At night I noticed something. My panic arrived later than before. That matters, I wrote. Better is real. February 10. The day is February 10. Tuesday I woke up with heavy eyes. I told myself you don't need to feel strong, you just need to move. We had short quizzes in class. I made fewer mistakes than last month. Not perfect, just fewer. I'm learning to respect it. After school I stayed in the library. Warm air, quiet pages. I solved problems one by one. When I got stuck, I breathed until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. At home I practiced writing simple sentences, clean meaning, no extra emotion. I wrote clear as calm. February 11. Today is February 11, Wednesday. The week is moving again. Sometimes I feel behind, but today I felt present. In class I understood something faster. It wasn't luck, it was repetition finally paying back. I didn't celebrate out loud. I kept it in my pocket like secret warmth. After dinner, I did a full review set. I didn't rush the easy parts. I checked my answers slowly. The snow fell late and steady. I watched for 10 seconds, then returned to my notes. Before bed I wrote, stay steady, stay kind. February 12, today is February and life will. Thursday, snow was falling in the morning. It made the world look quiet, even though school was loud. We had practiced questions again. I made one silly mistake, then fixed it. I'm learning that mistakes don't have to become stories after school. Today is February 13, Friday. The morning felt gray, like the sky forgot to wake up. I put on my uniform and moved quietly, trying not to waste energy on feelings. On the bus I reviewed vocab without sound. My breath fogged the window. I traced a sentence with my finger and told myself, just do the next thing. That sentence is my new habit. At school, the hallway was loud, but my mind stayed narrow and focused. I took notes quickly, I underlined what matters. I didn't chase perfection, I chased clarity. After dinner I sat down right away. I started before I could hesitate. I wrote, start first, out later. Then I did the work. February 14, February 14, February 14. Today is February 14, Saturday. People talk about love today. I only thought about time. Time is the thing I'm always holding. I went to a study cafe early. The heater was strong. East air smelled like coffee and paper. I sat down, opened my book and began. Halfway through a mock section, my heart sped up. I wanted to rush, but I forced myself to slow down. I read carefully, I finished without panic. When it ended, my shoulders dropped like they were tired of being tense. Outside, snow started falling again. I walked home under streetlights and felt the world soften. February is February 15, Sunday. The day felt quiet and wide, like it could disappear if I didn't hold it. I clean my desk first, I like starting Sundays with order. It makes the week feel less scary. I studied reading passages, some lines felt heavy. I reread them anyway. I wrote, slow reading still counts. Then I kept going. In the evening, my family talked in the other room. I stayed with my notebook. The music loop stayed low. Snow tapped the window softly. I wrote, keep the light on. February 16. February 16. February 16. Monday, school again. The hallway noise returned like a wave. Lockers, footsteps, laughter. I carried my calm like a small shield. In class I answered one question out loud. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. That felt important. After school I reviewed on the bus. I used the ride like study time. At home I started immediately. No phone, no wandering, just the desk and the page. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning, no extra emotion. I wrote, clear as calm. February 17. February 17. February 17. Tuesday, I woke up with heavy eyes, but routine carried me. Routine doesn't promise comfort, it just keeps me moving. We had a short quiz, I made fewer mistakes than last month. Not perfect, just fewer. I'm learning to respect fewer. After school I stayed in the library. Warm air, quiet pages. I solved problems one by one. When I got stuck, I breathed until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. Snow fell late, I watched for 10 seconds, then closed the curtain. I wrote, return to the page. February 18. February 18. February 18. Tuesday, I woke up with heavy eyes, but routine carried me. Routine doesn't promise comfort, it just keeps me moving. We had a short quiz, I made fewer mistakes than last month. Not perfect, just fewer. I'm learning to respect fewer. After school I stayed in the library. Warm air, quiet pages. I solved problems one by one. When I got stuck, I breathed until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. Snow fell late, I watched for 10 seconds, then closed the curtain. I wrote, return to the page. February 18. February 18. February 18. Friday, I made it through another week. That is not nothing. In class we reviewed again. I noticed my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer, my panic arrives later. Those are quiet improvements, but they are real. After school I went straight home. I finished one chapter review, then one page of vocab, then a short writing practice. Small work, steady work. Snow started falling in the evening. Street lights glowed softer through it. I ended the day the way I wanna live. Quiet, warm, steady. Keep going softly. February 21, Saturday. Snow was falling when I opened the curtain, soft and patient. I stayed in bed for one extra minute, then got up without arguing. I made my plan small on purpose. One mock set, one review, one page of writing. Small plans feel like something I can actually carry. At the study cafe, the heater hummed and keyboards clicked. Halfway through the mock set, my heart sped up. I wanted to rush, but I slowed down and read carefully. When I finished, my shoulders relaxed like they finally believed me. On the way home, snow made the streetlights look warmer. I studied again at night, quietly, like the day never fully ended. February 22. Today is February 22, Sunday. The day felt soft, almost too soft. If I'm not careful, soft turns into drifting. So I cleaned my desk first. I lined up pens, stacked books, opened my planner. Order calms me before studying even starts. I reviewed reading passages and wrote short notes in the margins. When a sentence felt heavy, I reread it instead of avoiding it. In the evening, my family talked in the other room. I stayed in my small circle of light. Snow tapped the window lightly, like it was keeping time. I'm slow, it's still forward. February 23. February 23. Today is February 23, Monday, school again. The hallway noise hit me like a wave, but I kept my focus narrow in class. I took notes neatly, neat notes make my mind feel cleaner. We did practice questions, so I caught myself rushing the easy parts and forced myself to slow down. The one choice saved me from a careless mistake. After school I reviewed vocab on the bus. At home I started studying before I could hesitate. I wrote start first, out later, then I did the work. Then February 24, February 24. February 24, Tuesday. I woke up tired, but routine carried me on the bus. I repeated words in my head like a quiet chant. We had a short quiz. I made one silly mistake and felt the urge to spiral. I breathed in and wrote on the corner of my paper, corrected. Not why are you like this, just correct it. After dinner I fixed that mistake first. It felt good to turn a problem into an answer. Snow fell late and steady. I watched for 10 seconds, then returned to my notes. I wrote calm is a skill. February 25, February 25. February 25, Wednesday. I felt more stable today, even though nothing changed. Maybe stability is invisible. At first in class I understood a concept faster than before. No celebration, just a small click in my mind. I kept that feeling private, like secret warmth in a pocket. After school I stayed in the library. Warm air, quiet pages, soft footsteps. When I got stuck I didn't panic. I paused, breathed and tried again. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning. I wrote clear is kind. February 27. February 26th, Thursday. The morning felt cold and when my shoulders felt tight, I carried the weight anyway. A teacher said don't race your own moan. I wrote it down immediately. I've been racing for months. After school I walked home under pale winter lights. Snow sat on rooftops like soft icing. At night I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off. During breaks I stared at the wall, not my phone. The music loop kept my breathing steady. I wrote stay steady, stay kind. February 27, February 27. Friday, I made it through another week. That is not nothing in class. We reviewed again. I notice my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer. My panic arrives later. Quiet improvements but real. After school I went straight home and finished one full review. Said I didn't rush the last page. Snow started falling in the evening, heavier than usual. Street lights glowed softer through it. I ended the day quiet, like closing a book was 10. February 28th. Today is February 27th. Friday, I made it through another week. That is not nothing in class. We reviewed again. I notice my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer. My panic arrives later. Quiet and improvements, but real. After school I went straight home and finished one full review. Said I didn't rush the last page. Snow started falling in the evening, heavier than usual. Street lights glowed softer through it. I ended the day quietly, like closing a book with care. February 28th. Today is February 22. Friday, I made it through another week. That is not nothing. Today is March 1, a new month. The calendar changed, but the pressure didn't. Snow was still on the ground in thin patches, like winter didn't wanna leave quietly. I woke up and felt tired before moving. I didn't argue with it, I made my plan small. Review one unit, rewrite one paragraph, fix 3 mistakes. Small goals feel like something I can hold without shaking. In the afternoon I studied at my desk with the lamp low. The first minutes were slow, then the rhythm returned. Page, pen, breath. At night I wrote new months, same steady hands. March 2. Today is March 2, Monday. School again, the hallway was loud, but I kept my focus narrow. I carried my notebook like it was a small shield. In class I took notes neatly. Neat notes calm me more than they should. We did practice questions. I slowed down on the easy ones and caught a careless mistake that felt like a quiet victory. After dinner I started studying right away. If I wait, my mind starts bargaining, so I began before excuses arrived. I wrote, start first, feel later, then I did the work. March 3. Today is March 3, Tuesday. I woke up with heavy eyes. I told myself I don't need to feel strong, I just need a move. We had a short quiz, my hands were cold. I made one mistake and felt the familiar urge to spiral. I stopped and wrote on the corner of my paper, correct it. Not why, just correct it. At home I fixed that mistake first. It felt good to turn panic into understanding. I watched for 10 seconds, then returned to my notes. I wrote, calm is a skill, March 4. Today is March 4, Wednesday, the week is moving. Sometimes it feels like I'm chasing it. Today I felt like I was walking beside it. In class I understood a concept faster than before. No celebration, just a small click in my mind. I kept that feeling private, like secret warmth in my pocket. After school I stayed in the library, warm air, quiet pages, soft footsteps. When I got stuck I paused and breathed until the panic faded. Then I tried again. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning. I wrote clear as kind, March 5. Today is March 5, Thursday. The morning felt cold, my shoulders felt tight, like I was carrying invisible weight. I carried it anyway. A teacher said, don't race your own mind. I wrote it down immediately. I've been racing for so long that slowing down feels like a new language. After dinner I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off, short breaks where I stare at the wall, not my phone. The loop kept me steady. I wrote, stay steady, stay kind. March 6. Today is March 6, Friday. I made it through another week. That is not nothing. In class we reviewed again. I noticed my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer. My panic arrives later. Quiet improvements, but real. After school I went straight home. One review set, one page of vocab, one paragraph rewrite. Small work, steady work. Snow started falling again in the evening, soft enough to make the street lights glow warmer. I ended the day quietly, like closing a book with care. March 7. Today is March 7. Saturday, I went to a study cafe early. The air smelled like coffee and patience. Everyone had their head down, like we were all sharing the same silent promise. I did a mock section. Halfway through my heart sped up. I wanted to rush and escape the hard questions. Instead I slowed down, I read carefully. I finished without panic. Afternoon I reviewed mistakes gently. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching a younger version of myself. I'm trying to stop treating myself like an enemy. That might be my best study habit. Today is March 8, Sunday. The day felt soft and wide. If I'm not careful, soft becomes drifting. So I cleaned my desk first, pens lined up, books stacked, planner open, order before effort. I studied reading passages slowly. I reread lines without shame. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then returned. In the evening, snow tapped lightly on the window. The room stayed warm, the lamp stayed low. Before bed I wrote, slow is still forward. And I believed it quietly. Today is March 9, Monday. The morning felt colder than yesterday. I stood at the bus stop with my hands in my pockets, thinking about the week like it was already heavy. Yeah. On the bus I reviewed vocab quietly. My breath fogged the window. I traced sentences with my finger and tried to keep my mind calm. I wrote, just do the next thing. Then I did. At school, the hallway noise hit me fast. I kept my focus narrow in class. I took notes neatly, neat notes feel like quiet control. After dinner, I started study immediately. I started before I could hesitate. March 10, today is March 10. March 10. Today is March 10, Tuesday. I woke up tired, not the sleepy kind. More like my thoughts were already awake. I washed my face with cold water and let it reset me. We had practice questions in class. I rushed one easy part and made a careless mistake. I felt the urge to spiral. I stopped. I wrote on the corner of my paper, correct it, not why, just correct it. At home I fixed that mistake first. I wrote the explanation in simple words. When I understand something simply, it feels less scary. At night I study with the music low, like breathing. March 11. Today is March 11, Wednesday. Snow was falling lightly in the morning like it didn't want attention. I like that. In class I understood a concept faster than last week. No celebration, just a small click. I kept the feeling private, like secret warmth in my pocket. After school I stayed in the library. The air was warm, pages turned softly. When I got stuck, I paused until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning. I wrote clear is kind. March 12. Today is March 12, Thursday. The week is moving. Sometimes I feel behind, but today I felt present. A teacher said, don't race your own mind. I wrote it down. I've been racing so long that slowing down feels unfamiliar. After dinner I studied in blocks. Timer on, timer off. Short breaks where I stare at the wall, not my phone. The loop kept me steady. I wrote calm is a skill. March 13. Today is March 13, Friday. I made it through another week. That is not nothing. In class we reviewed again. I noticed my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer. My panic arrives later. Quiet improvements, but real. After school I went straight home. One review said 1 page of vocab, 1 paragraph rewrite. Small work, steady work. At night I slept early, because rest is also preparation. March 14. Today is March 14, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. The air smelled like coffee and patience. Everyone had their heads down, like we were all holding the same promise. I did a mock section. Halfway through my heart sped up. I wanted to rush and escape the hard questions. Instead I slowed down. I read carefully. I finished without panic. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes gently. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching a younger version of myself. Snow fell outside and made the street Today is March 15, Sunday. The day felt soft and white. If I'm not careful, soft becomes drifting. So I clean my desk first, pens lined up, book stacked, planner open, order before effort. I studied reading passages slowly. I reread lines without shame. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then the return. The evening snow tapped lightly on the window. The room stayed warm, the lamp stayed low. Before bed I wrote slow is still forward, and I believed it. March 16, Monday, a new week again. I felt pressure in my stomach in the morning, but I carried it anyway. At school, the hallway was loud, but my mind stayed narrow and focused. I answered one question out loud in class. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. That mattered. After dinner I studied without scrolling, no wonder, just the desk and the page. I wrote begin before fear speaks. Then I kept going. Today is March 9, Monday. The morning felt colder than yesterday. I stood at the bus stop with my hands in my pockets, thinking about the week like it was already heavy. On the bus I review vocab quietly, my breath fogged the window. I trace sentences with my finger and try to keep my mind calm. I wrote, just do the next thing. And I did. At school, the hallway noise hit me fast. I kept my focus narrow. In class, I took notes neatly. Neat notes feel like quiet control. After dinner, I started studying immediately. I started before I could hesitate. March 10. Today is March 10, Tuesday. I woke up tired, not the sleepy kind, more like my thoughts were already awake. I washed my face with cold water and let it reset me. We had practiced questions in class. I rushed one easy part and made a careless mistake. I felt the urge to spiral. I stopped. I wrote on the corner of my paper, correct it. Not why, just correct it. At home I fixed that mistake first. I wrote the explanation in simple words. When I understand something simply, it feels less scary. At night, I study with the music low, like breathing. March 11. Today is March 11, Wednesday. Snow was falling lightly in the morning like it didn't want attention. Like that. In class, I understood a concept faster than last week. No celebration, just a small click. I kept the feeling private, like secret warmth in my pocket. After school, I stayed in the library. The air was warm, pages turned softly. When I got stuck, I paused until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. At night, I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning. I wrote, clear is kind. March 12, today is March 12, Thursday. The week is moving, sometimes I feel behind, but today I felt present. A teacher said, don't race your own mind. I wrote it down. I've been racing so long, the slowing down feels unfamiliar. After dinner, I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off. Short breaks where I stare at the wall, not my March 13th, Friday. I made it through another week, that is not nothing. In class we reviewed again. I noticed my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer, my panic arrives later. Quiet improvements but real. After school I went straight home. One review set, 1 page of vocab, 1 paragraph rewrite. Small work, steady work. At night I slept early because rest is also preparation. Today is March 14th, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. The air smelled like coffee and patience. Everyone had their heads down like we were all holding the same promise. I did a mock section. Halfway through my heart sped up. I wanted to rush and escape the hard questions. Instead I slowed down, I read carefully. I finished without panic. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes gently. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching a younger version of myself. Snow fell outside and made the street lights glow softer. I went home tired but calm. Today is March 15th, Sunday. The day felt soft and wide. If I'm not careful, soft becomes drifting. So I cleaned my desk first. Pens lined up, books stacked, planner open. Order before effort. I studied reading passages slowly. I reread lines without shame. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then returned. In the evening, snow tapped lightly on the window. The room stayed warm, the lamp stayed low. Before bed I wrote, slow is still forward. And I believed it, quietly. Today is March 16, Monday, a new week again. I felt pressure in my stomach in the morning, but I carried it anyway. At school the hallway was loud, but my mind stayed narrow and focused. I answered 1 question out loud in class. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. That mattered. After dinner I studied without scrolling. No wandering, just the desk and the page. I wrote, begin before fear speaks. Then I kept going. Today is March 25, Wednesday. The morning air felt lighter, like winter is finally letting go. I still wore my coat, but I didn't pull it as tight on the bus. I review vocab and watch the city pass by, trying to keep my thoughts from running too far ahead. At school we practiced again, same format, different problems. I used to hate repetition, now I see it as a ladder, step by step, even if the steps look similar. After dinner I started studying immediately, no waiting for motivation. Routine is my support. Then I worked until the page felt familiar. March 26th, today is March 26th, Thursday. I woke up with a tight chest, like I had been holding my breath in sleep. I exhaled slowly and tried to begin the day gently. In class I rushed 1 easy problem and made a mistake. I caught it before turning the page that felt important. It's like my mind is learning to watch itself. After school I stayed a little longer at my desk in the classroom. I rewrote my notes neatly. Neat notes don't solve everything, but they make the chaos quieter. At night I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off, short breaks where I stare at the wall, not my phone now. Slow saves me. March 27, today is March 27. Friday, the week felt long, but it also felt like I did something real with it. We had a practice test, my hands were cold, I started anyway. Halfway through I felt panic try to rise, then I slowed down and read carefully. I finished without rushing the last page, that alone felt like progress. After school I walked home under pale light, no snow today, but the air still felt clean. At night I reviewed mistakes gently, I wrote explanations like I'm teaching myself. I wrote, be strict with the work, be soft with me. March 28, today is March 28. Saturday I went to a study cafe early. The place was quiet, warm and full of people pretending not to struggle. I like that, it makes me feel less alone. I did a mock section, my heart sped up on the hard questions, but I didn't run, I stayed. I underlined keywords, slowed down and kept moving. In the afternoon I reviewed slowly, I didn't rush the explanations, I didn't skip the uncomfortable parts. Outside the sky looked gray, inside the light stayed warm. I went home tired, but the tiredness felt clean, not heavy. March 28, today I went to a study cafe early. The place was quiet, warm and full of people pretending not to struggle. I like that, it makes me feel less alone. I did a mock section, my heart sped up on the hard questions, but I didn't run, I stayed. I underlined keywords, slowed down and kept moving. In the afternoon I reviewed slowly, I didn't rush the explanations, I didn't skip the uncomfortable parts. Outside the sky looked gray, inside the light stayed warm. I went home tired, but the tiredness felt clean, not heavy. March 29, today is March 29. Sunday, the day felt soft and wide. Soft days can disappear if I let them. So I cleaned my desk first, pens lined up, book stacked, planner open, order before effort. I studied reading passages and wrote short notes. When a sentence felt heavy, I re-rated instead of avoiding it. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then returned. My family talked in the other room, I stayed in my small circle of light. I wrote, quiet effort is enough. March 30, today is March 30. Monday, school again, the hallway was loud, but my focus stayed narrow. In class I answered one question out loud. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. I felt proud for a second, then returned to my notes. After school I asked a teacher about one topic I keep avoiding. It was just one question, but asking it felt like opening a window. At home I reviewed that topic first. I wrote, aspects continue, then I studied until the page stopped looking scary. March 31, today is March 31. Tuesday, the end of the month. I expected a big feeling, but I mostly felt tired and steady. We reviewed again in class. I noticed something small. I don't freeze as quick quickly now. I still get nervous, but I move sooner. That matters. At night, I studied with the lamp low. The loop stayed soft. I finished one review set and closed the book gently. I wrote, steady is my style. Then I let myself rest. Today is April 1, Wednesday, a new month again. The calendar flipped and I tried not to treat it like pressure. Today is April 2, Thursday. The morning air felt a little softer. Not warm, but less sharp. I still carried my jacket like a habit I'm not ready to drop. On the bus, I reviewed vocab and watched the sky. No snow today, just pale light. It felt strange, like winter stepped back for a second. At school we had practice questions again. Same rhythm, different numbers. I used to feel trapped by repetition. Now I treat it like training. I wrote, repeat until it's calm. Then I kept going. After dinner I started studying immediately. If I wait, my mind starts bargaining. So I begin first, and feelings follow later. April 3. Today is April 3, Friday. The week felt long, but it also felt controlled. I like controlled days, they don't scare me as much. We did a short quiz. I made one careless mistake, then caught it and fixed it. That small correction felt like my brain leveling up quietly. After school I walked home under cool air. Cherry buds were starting to show, not blooming yet, just promising. I thought maybe that's what I'm doing too. At night I studied in blocks, timer on, timer off, short breaks with no phone. I wrote, small focus, big progress. Today is April 4, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. The place was warm, people's heads were down, like we were all sharing the same silent goal. Halfway through my heart sped up. I wanted to rush and escape the hard questions. Instead I slowed down, I underlined keywords and read carefully. I finished without panic. When it ended, my shoulders dropped like they finally trusted me. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes gently. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching myself. That makes my mind less angry. I went home tired, but the tiredness felt clean. Now today is April 5, Sunday. The day felt soft and wide. Soft days can disappear if I let them. So I cleaned my desk first. Pens lined up, books stacked, planner open, order before effort. I studied reading passages slowly. I reread lines without shame. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then returned. In the evening my family talked in the other room. I stayed in my small circle of light. I wrote quiet April 6, Monday. School again, the hallway noise returned, but my focus stayed narrow in class. I answered one question out loud. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. That felt important. I'm learning that courage can be small. After school, I asked the teacher about one topic. I keep avoiding just one question, but asking it felt like opening a window. At home, I reviewed that topic first. I wrote, ask, fix, continue. Then I studied until the page felt familiar. April 7. Today is April 7, Tuesday. The morning felt clearer, not easy, just clearer. Like my mind had fewer corners to get lost in. We practiced again in class. I still made mistakes, but I didn't panic at the first one. That might be my biggest change. I corrected it and moved on. After dinner I studied with the lamp low. The music loop stayed soft. I finished one full review, set and closed the book gently. I wrote, steady is my style. Then I let myself rest. Today is April 8, Wednesday. The air felt warmer today, not summer warm, just a gentle change. It made my chest feel less tight. Oh, in class I understood something faster. No celebration, just a small click. I kept the feeling private, like secret warmth in my pocket. After school I stayed in the library. Warm air, quiet pages. I solved problems one by one. When I got stuck I breathed until the panic faded. Then I tried again. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning. I wrote, clear as calm. Today is April 9, Thursday. The week is moving again. Sometimes I feel behind, but today I felt present. I noticed small changes, cleaner notes, faster recall, less panic. They don't look dramatic, but they feel real. After dinner I timer on, timer off. During breaks I stared at the wall, not my phone. The loop kept my breathing steady. Before bed I wrote, begin again gently, and I believed it quietly. Today is May 20, Wednesday. The morning air felt warmer and the sunlight looked stronger. It made me feel like time is moving faster than I can hold. On the bus I review vocab and watch trees pass by. Leaves looked fuller now. No snow, no gray, just spring, acting like it owns the streets. At school we practice questions again. I slowed down on the easy parts. I caught one careless mistake before it became a story that felt like quiet control. After dinner I started study immediately. I wrote, start before doubt. Then I worked. May 21. Today is May 21, Thursday. I woke up tired, but routine carried me. Routine doesn't cheer, it just holds. In class I understood something faster. No celebration, just a small click. I kept the feeling private, like secret warmth in my pocket. After school I stayed in the library. Warm air, quiet pages. I solved problems one by one. When I got stuck I breathed until my chest loosened. Then I tried again. At night I practiced writing short sentences, clear meaning. I wrote clear as calm. May 22. Today is May 22, Friday. The week felt long, but I reached the end again. That matters. We had a short quiz, my hands got cold, but I started anyway. I made fewer careless mistakes than last month. Not perfect, just fewer. I'm learning to respect fewer. After school I went straight home. One review set, 1 page of vocab, 1 paragraph rewrite. Small work, steady work. At night I closed the book gently. I wrote, keep going softly, then I rested. May 23. Today is May 23, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. The place felt familiar now, like a second classroom without noise. I did a mock section. My heart sped up on the hard questions, but I didn't run, I stayed, I slowed down. I underlined keywords and kept moving. I finished without panic. When it ended I felt quiet relief. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes gently. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching myself. I'm trying to stop treating myself like an enemy. That might be my best study habit. May 24. Today is May 24, Sunday. The day felt wide and soft. Soft days can drift away if I let them. So I cleaned my desk first, bands lined up, book stack, planner open, order before effort. I studied reading passages slowly and reread lines without shame. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then returned. In the evening my family talked in the other room. I stayed in my small circle of light. Before bed I wrote, tomorrow begin again. May 24. Today is May 25, Monday, a new week again. The bus was crowded and warm. I held my notebook close and reviewed quietly. At school I answered 1 question out loud. My voice was quiet, but it didn't disappear. That felt important. I kept my pride small and private. After dinner I started studying immediately. No scrolling, no wandering, just the desk and the page. I wrote, begin before fear speaks. Then I kept going. May 24. Today is May 26, Tuesday. The morning felt brighter. The world keeps moving even when my days feel the same. In class we practiced again. I still made mistakes, but I didn't panic at the first one. That might be my biggest change. I corrected it and moved on. After dinner I reviewed my mistakes first. I wrote explanations in simple words. Simple understanding feels safer. Before bed I wrote, steady is my style, and I believed it quietly. May 27. Today is May 26, Tuesday. The morning felt brighter. The world keeps moving even when my days feel the same. In class we practiced again. I still made mistakes, but I didn't panic at the first one. That might be my biggest change. I corrected it and moved on. After dinner I reviewed my mistakes first. I wrote explanations in simple words. Simple understanding feels safer. Before bed I wrote, steady is my style, and I believed it quietly. Today's May 28th, Thursday. The air felt warmer and the morning light looked sharper. It made me feel like time is moving faster than my plans. On the bus I reviewed vocab and watched the city pass. People look more awake lately. Spring makes everyone move faster. I try to keep my pace calm. At school we practiced again. Same rhythm, different problems. I slowed down on the easy parts. I caught one careless mistake before it became two that felt like quiet control. After dinner I started studying immediately. I wrote, start before doubt. Then I worked. May 29. Today is May 29, Friday. The week felt long, but I reached the end again. That matters. We had a short quiz. My hands weren't cold this time. Maybe the weather is changing, or maybe I'm just used to stress. I made fewer careless mistakes than last month. Not perfect, just fewer. After school I went straight home. One review set, one page of vocab, one paragraph rewrite. Small work, steady work. At night I closed the book gently. I wrote, keep going, softly, then I rested. Today is May 30, Saturday. I went to a study cafe early. The place felt familiar now, like a second classroom without noise. I did a mock section. My heart sped up on the hard questions, but I didn't run. I stayed, I slowed down, I underlined keywords and kept moving. I finished without panic. When it ended I felt quiet relief. In the afternoon I reviewed mistakes gently. I wrote explanations like I'm teaching myself. I'm trying to stop treating myself like an enemy. That might be my best study habit. Today is May 31, Sunday, the end of the month. I expected a big feeling, but mostly I felt tired and steady. Not hopeless, just steady. I cleaned my desk first, pens lined up, book stacked, planner open, order before effort. I studied reading passages slowly and reread lines without shame. I rested my eyes for 1 minute, then returned. Family talked in the other room. I stayed in my small circle of light. Before bed I wrote, tomorrow begin again. Today is June 1, Monday, a new month. The calendar flipped and I tried not to treat it like pressure. At school we reviewed again. I noticed my notes are cleaner now. My focus holds longer, my panic arrives later. Quiet improvements, but real. After school I went straight home. One review set, one page of vocab, one paragraph rewrite. Small work, steady work. At night the air felt softer outside. I wrote, begin again, gently. Then I slept. Today is June 2, Tuesday. The morning felt brighter, the world keeps moving. Even when my days feel similar. In class we practiced again. I still made mistakes, but I didn't panic at the first one. That might be my biggest change. I corrected it and moved on. After dinner I reviewed my mistakes first. I wrote explanations in simple words. Simple understanding feels safer. Before bed I wrote, steady is my style, and I believed it quietly. Today is June 3, Wednesday. I woke up with heavy eyes, but my routine held me. Routine is a kind of support. It doesn't promise anything, it just keeps me upright. In class I caught myself rushing. I slowed down. That one choice saved me from another careless mistake. Small choices add up. I'm starting to see that at night I studied in blocks. Timer on, timer off, short breaks with no phone. The loop kept my breathing steady. I wrote small progress every day. Today is June 4th, Thursday. The air felt warmer and the days feel longer. Longer days should feel easier, but sometimes they just feel like more time to worry. At school, a teacher said, don't race your own mind. I wrote it down again, I don't wanna forget it. After dinner, I studied with the lamp low. The music loop stayed soft. I did one full review set and checked answers slowly. Before bed, I wrote, calm is a skill. Then I slept.